We all had that moment in shows when things are just too good to be true and going so smooth, only to suddenly have the main character betrayed by his friends or allies. In all fairness, it is kind of boring not having such twists in an anime. It's always nice to have a betrayal or two every once in a while. That's why, in today's video, we'll be talking about the top 10 anime where the MC is betrayed and becomes dark. So, before we begin, remember to subscribe if you haven't yet, and press that bell icon to stay updated of all the new content we're creating. And be aware for the following spoilers. 10. Rokka no Yusha. Rokka, Braves of the Six Flowers. From a scrawny, weak child into a powerful, skilled fighter that can take on a complete battalion, that's one hell of a transformation, don't you think? Not only that, he's then chosen as one of the 6 heroes that will free the world from the threat of the Demon Lord threatening the peace. However, when the time comes and the heroes gather together, they're 7 instead of 6, which leads them to the conclusion that one of them is an imposter, and the call falls on our poor MC. Now, he has to evade the attempts of the other heroes to bash his skull in, while trying to find out the truth and reveal who the real imposter is. 9. Cross Ange. True, this isn't a romance anime, but the character is hot, badass, and half naked, so I can make an exception to the rule here, don't you think? In a world divided between magic users and normal humans, a princess is bombarded with the fact that she is a normal human with no magical aptitude whatsoever. Disowned by her family and sent to the army, this girl is raped, beat up, and tortured in an attempt to break her and put her in her place. What does she do? She rises up like a phoenix, reborn from the ashes, and learns to adapt to her new life, training in the Gundam assigned to her to fight the dragon beasts and protect the world from the interdimensional attacks. 8. Black Lagoon. Revi is a merciless and sadistic killer without a conscience who'll kill anyone at the slightest provocation, even unarmed civilians. She's cold and heartless, is the furthest person from the concept of diplomacy. The only language she understands is that of death and killing one another. She doesn't have any forgiveness or mercy towards her enemies. She even shoots the main character at one point in the series. Bottom line, steer away from that psycho bitch. 7. Arslan Senki. Once the prince of a powerful nation with an undefeated military force, Arslan, on his first campaign, wakes up to the harsh and cruel reality of life and the fact that he has become a banished prince in search of redemption and retrieving his usurped throne. The king captured his army in shambles, and his generals either killed or deserters. The kingdom fell with one fell swoop before anyone could understand what had happened. And the once merry life of Prince Arslan turned into a battle for survival, putting his life on the line every single day. 6. Claymore. Claire might have been the weakest Claymore in her order, but she was a woman with a mission and nothing better to drive someone than a good old story of vendetta and revenge. Priscilla, the number 2 strongest Claymore, backstabbed Teresa, the mentor of Claire, as she was protecting her and killed her. Now, Claire is doing her best to become stronger and avenge her mentor by killing Priscilla and completing her vendetta. This show, for those who don't know, is bloody to an extent you can't imagine, and the gore material obviously isn't for those faint of heart. So, you've been warned, guys. 5. Katsute Kami Data Kimono Tachi-i. At the bottom of this list is To the Abandoned Sacred Beasts. It's one of the lesser-known anime produced by Studio Mappa. It aired in 2019 following a military theme, and it features action, drama, and fantasy. There's a good amount of violence in this anime, but I don't think it will bother you at all if you're into the action genre. With the Northerners losing the war against the Southerners, they created beings known as incarnates, half humans and half beasts. These creatures quickly overpowered the battlefield. However, there was one problem. They were prone to succumbing their beast nature and going wild. With the war over, rumors of incarnates going wild became rampant, and so beast hunters started tracking them down. When Nancy Shaw Bancroft sees her father being killed by a beast hunter, she decides to hunt down the beast hunters, but an interaction with the man helps her evaluate her options, and she decides to solve the mysteries of the incarnates, finding out the reason why they lose control. 4. Evil or live. Yeesh, and I thought my parents overreact to things I do. This mother drugged her son and sent him off to prison-like facility just because she thought that him using the internet too much is a disease that needs a cure. Talk about ignorance. After waking up in said facility, the MC is introduced to the harsh world he's now a part of. It is kill or be killed, and there, as if he wasn't having enough problems in his life, the continuous mistreatment and abuse he faced in there all drove him to decide and commit suicide. But since he's the main character, we all know he isn't dead. On the contrary, he's saved by the enigmatic Shin, promising him to make his stay in that prison worthwhile. 3. Owari no Seraph. Seraph of the End, Vampire Reign is a 2015 anime by Wit Studio. It possesses a military theme and cuts across genres like action, drama, and supernatural. There are vampires in this show, so that's all the more reason to watch it. The plot follows the appearance of a mysterious virus killing people above the age of 13. Then comes a power-hungry vampire seeking to take over the world and dominating the survivors in the guise of protecting them while they donate blood. Yuichiro and Michaela have had enough of being treated like livestock by the vampires, and they hatch a plan that will ultimately fail. Yuichiro succeeds in escaping, and he's picked up by the Moon Demon Company that aims to destroy the vampires. The young man joins their ranks, and his revenge against the vampires has now begun. 2. Trigun. You know, for someone that has a $60 billion double-dollar bounty on his head, Vash doesn't do that much killing. Makes you wonder if the rumors about him being a humanoid typhoon and a stampede that only brings death and destruction with it are actually true. Spoiler alert. Yes, they are true. He did destroy a city and did kill hundreds in the process, a tragedy that still haunts him to this day. But what really makes him who he is and teaches us really why Vash is like that, and what makes him tick is the troubled past he has with his brother Knives. After he attempted to, well, wipe out all humans by crash-landing their ships on the planet they were orbiting after life on Earth became obsolete, Vash is portrayed as a goofy buffoon that wouldn't kill even if his life depended on it, and his many scars that decorate his body can vouch for that. He's such a complex character that deserves a video on his own just to explain his way of life, his ideals, and what made him like that. However, we can't do that now, so we'll have to cut his story short for today. 1. Grisaia. Also known as The Fruit of Grisaia. It's an excellent psychological anime by Studio 8-Bit, and it aired in 2014, running for 13 episodes. This anime contains mild nudity, a lot of drama, and beautiful romantic scenes. Yuji transfers into a new school that only has a principal and 5 students, all of whom are girls. Each of these girls has unique personalities, and have all suffered their own fair share of life's challenges. Yuji Kazami has to rise to the occasion, saving himself and saving the girls. And with this, we conclude our video. If you enjoyed this list, I want you to smash that thumbs up button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe and press that bell icon to keep you notified of all our new videos. Also, I'd appreciate if you'd go ahead and check out my rap channel. The link will be down below in the description. Also, comment down below on the anime you like the most on this list, and if you're planning to watch any of them. And if you have any suggestions, place them in the comments as well. Until next time, see ya!